Hey, what's going on, world? I am Wesley from Aconnectiontv, the network, the one channel on YouTube where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences. And I am highly upset, and I am highly upset because a huge portion of the video that you are about to watch did not record, or there was a defect or whatever have you occurred. And I don't have the footage. I'm upset because the discussion that myself and the guys of Culture Club, the discussion that we had was tremendous and one that needed to be heard. So I am going to give you a brief synopsis of what that discussion entailed, and then we'll continue on with the actual footage that I do have. And once again, I do apologize. If this is the first time of you watching Culture Club, Culture Club is a collection of vlogs with various original, unique personalities, diverse personalities that all come together cohesively to discuss and debate about world topics, life topics concerning things that we are concerned with or things that we live through or know about. Okay? And within every video or within every episode, there will come a time where you guys won't agree. Hell, there will be a time where we don't agree with each other on the panel. But as mature adults, we can always agree to disagree if there is a difference of opinion. 9 times out of 10. This particular segment of videos that you will see in the next week or so, debates got really heated, and you know, a lot of individuals were upset during filming. But in the end, we remained cool and we gave each other a hug and we dapped it up, okay? I want to make reference to 2 topics that we discussed that got negative feedback or negative comments. First topic, number 1, and once again, Jeremy, I do apologize, but the footage did not air. I don't know what happened. But Jeremy felt some sort of way about people commenting on the fact that for the first episode in season 2, we prayed at the dinner table and we actually ate. And Jeremy went in depth about, you know, his concept of believing in religion and whether or not his religion accepts him for who he is. Long story short, he believes that everyone should have the ability to believe in the religion that works for them, to believe in the religion that they want to believe in because it's their faith, okay? He feels that everyone has the right to flex that ability. And everyone on the panel agrees. So that is the short end of that particular story. No one should have been offended if we were praying at the table. And if you were, I'm not sure why, because that's what Culture Club embodies, diversity. Not everyone believes in the same religion. Not everyone believes in the same thing. But there are a lot of individuals that isolate homosexuality as the one sin that God will not tolerate. And that to me just does not make any sense, because there are multiple sins that we should not commit or enact. But we do. But we always want to pinpoint homosexuality as the worst. Whatever. So shout out to Jeremy for speaking on that topic. Once again, I apologize. The next topic that I wanted to discuss, and it's actually where the video will continue after I make my comments, is about the video, the last video before this one, regarding Black Lives Matter. There were references made of buffoonery and coonery and us being coons and us being ignorant and us being this and us being that and us being this and us being that. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, but I do believe that those comments were ignorant. I don't think that anyone can be called ignorant for expressing their experiences that they've gone through and how they felt about and how they do feel about things that they are indeed going through. I think ignorance is possible when you speak clearly and definitively about something you know nothing about and have never gone through. So for me, speaking for me, because the rest of the gentlemen aren't here, unfortunately, I'm so mad that this footage is not shown because it was really, really good. Speaking for me, okay, I have been victimized by my own race, and I have been a victim of not police brutality, but treated unfairly because of the color of my skin by the cops. I've been through all of that. I am black, so I can speak about black. I've been a victim, so I can speak about my experiences, and I can say that I believe that there are many a time where we create our outcome in dealing with the cops and in dealing with people in the world. I believe that as a race, we paint a picture that we don't necessarily want to be painted, but it is the Michelangelo of our era, because we as a race, we do it to ourselves, okay? When we beat each other up at the club for no reason, when we take off our shirts and go like this for no reason, we give people that image. There's a reason why Lee Daniels wrote in the first episode of Empire Season 2 for Taraji P. Henson to come down dressed in a gorilla in a cage. There is a reason why he wrote that, because that is how the world sees us. That is how the world treats us. And when we give them that image, and when we give them those actions on a silver platter, that is how we will remain to be perceived by mass majority, because that is what the media shows, and that is what the media highlights, okay? My personal opinion. So when I made reference to that, I was speaking on experiences that I've had, okay? I was victim of blacks coming into my house wanting to kill me because of the things that I had in my house. I don't care if we live in the ghetto. I don't care if the only people that we see in our neighborhood are black. There is no reason on God's green earth, I feel, that we as human beings, not even just be it black or be it men or be it women or whatever, we as human beings should not attack one another. We should not carry envy in our hearts. We should not carry jealousy in our hearts. We should not carry hate in our hearts toward the next human being and want to rob them and kill them and rape them and murder them or whatever have you. I don't care if all you have in your neighborhood is black people. If black people scream Black Lives Matter, then it needs to be proven every fucking day of that person's life that Black Lives Matter. And for me, I felt like a lot of people, and I've seen a lot of people that want to scream high and wholeheartedly to the heavens that Black Lives Matter, give not a fuck about black lives. Because they rob them, they beat them up, they fight with them over Twitter, they fight with them over Facebook, bullying and all this dumb shit, okay? Is that every person? No. No, it is not every person. We know that. We knew that when we said it in the fucking video. But for some reason, individuals thought that we meant every black person and every cop and da-da-da-da-da. No. I was speaking from my experiences and everybody else was speaking from their experiences, and I don't think that anyone on the panel is ignorant for giving and stating their opinion based off of something that they actually went through. I don't think anyone on my panel are coons. It was very interesting to see that word because I don't know, it's like, how can you call someone a coon if you yourself aren't one? That's how I feel about negative words being spoken about other people. That's how I feel. You know? Do you know what the definition? Okay. Are you the okay. You know, that's how I feel. At the end of the day, everyone is entitled to their opinion, and you guys won't agree with everything that's said. But just listen. Open your hearts to be able to listen as mature adults and understand that verbatim, we were not talking all of America. We were not talking all of blacks. We were not talking all of cops. Do cops abuse their power? Yes, they do. Should we act out? Yes, we should. But we should act out the way that it's being done now with the Black Lives Matter organization and movement, where we're not out burning down barbershops. We're in buildings, office officials, meeting with Hillary Clinton, making moves. That's how things should be handled. And on that note, I want to thank you for watching A Connection TV, and hopefully you get into the next topic as we continue with Black Lives Matter, All Lives Matter, Gay Lives Matter, Everyone Matters, Humans
Gay and gay people are black. People don't understand that those are one and the same sometimes, like for us. And if we were to go to the Million Man March and have a gay flag around, I'm sure that people would have had an issue. And to be honest, I do ever understand what it represents and what it does back. However, I've said this about Trayvon Martin, and people have destroyed me or tried to. But I don't think, like, would he have stood up for me? That's what the question I ask every time I see somebody get shot. I do understand, and yes, I have been profiled several times in my life. I'm from Tennessee, but will you stand up for me if you want me to stand up for you? I guess that's what I'm trying to get to.
That's a very, hey, listen.
That's about respect, and not to cut anybody off. You say you've been profiled, and this is an open discussion amongst us. You say you've been profiled, you're from Tennessee. I'm from Mississippi. I've never been profiled. I've never felt like I've been profiled. Maybe wrong, maybe, treated wrong, maybe in the workplace. Yes, I've been treated wrong, but never profiled, pulled over by a cop or anything. And that's when difference in opinions comes in. Everybody has their opinion. Everybody has what they've been through in life, But I think that as long as we do these videos, and there's that comment box, and you click that comment box, and you're able to type whatever the hell you want to, people are going to do that. But that goes back to thick skin. You gotta have thick skin and whatever. But we have to realize that people have different backgrounds. People were brought up differently. Yes, I'm black. I'm full black. I'm from Mississippi. I grew up. All my family's black. Everybody's black. Like, I have no white people in my family. Not that I know of. Probably going back, But yeah, people are different. We have to respect that.
There are quite a few, a lot of individuals that are black that, like TC, that have not gone through something like being pulled over, DWB, driving while black. I've been DWB quite a few times, okay? But the difference between me and the next person that showed up on the news, generally speaking, was that I behaved, I was mature, I didn't act out, I didn't become a gorilla, an ape, what happened? I saw you stand up a little bit. I saw you stand up a little bit. I'm just saying, because at the end of the day,
you become an animal defending your territory, thinking that somebody was after you, basically.
That just makes me think about Sandra Bland.
Right.
But see, I had an issue with her.
Okay.
And people look at me crazy when I've said this.
Okay.
But first of all, nobody deserves to die.
Right.
In any situation, no matter what you think. Nobody deserves to die. Nobody deserves to lose their life.
Tread carefully now.
Right, I'm treading carefully. Okay. Nobody deserves to die. I'm not saying that at all.
But speak your mind, bold and blunt.
She was ignorant.
All right.
Okay, why do you think she was ignorant though? What to you made her ignorant?
When I say she was ignorant, in which she had her own opinion, which is nothing wrong with that. But if you go back and watch things Sandra Bland said, you just kind of like, really? She made a comment about black gays, in which I was very interested in. She said that it is okay for businesses to discriminate against black gay men because you made that choice to be gay. She said it was okay. She said it's okay for business to discriminate against black gay men because you made that choice to be gay.
I mean, when we're still live,
It's live on that, but I want to catch this. Listen, we gotta catch this now. Go ahead.
That was one of her. Well, just to clarify, that was one of her videos. She had it online. What's it called? A blog. A blog. She had it online.
Yeah, a blog.
And you read those. Those are what some of the comments she said.
Yeah. So she said that it is okay for business to discriminate against against gays in general. I think she might say black, because I'm not sure, don't quote me. But against gays in general because you chose to be gay. Nobody told you to be gay. You chose that path. So if they want to discriminate against you and don't want to serve you, then that's fine. But you did not choose to be black. So they shouldn't discriminate against black people, straight black people. But if you're gay, then then that's your problem that you're being discriminated against because you chose to be like that way.
Interesting.
So I had a very huge issue with her and that comment specifically. I just didn't understand, like, how, I've always said that straight people cannot understand the life of a gay man.
They would never.
It's really crazy because I always reference Pocahontas, until you walk the footsteps of a stranger, you really don't know what it's like to be somebody else. I always say that. Until you walk the footsteps of somebody else, until you've been in somebody else's shoes, you cannot tell me how it is to wake up and be me.
Right.
Because you don't know.
Right.
You may live with me, you may see all the things that I go through, but you still don't know what it's like to be me.
Right.
So you can't say that I chose to be this way, in which that's crazy to begin with. But it also kind of goes back when I think about, not to offend lesbians, but I've had a few friends who were lesbians for all of 3 months. And then they ended up, And then to me that makes people think that
it's a switch.
It's a switch that you can I can turn this off now because they ended up pregnant. I've had friends that do that.
It might be about finding yourself. I have a friend, my neighbor did that. She was lesbian for a long time till she had a baby.
But that's a long time.
And now she's married, but now she's either married or engaged.
So before we touch up on this topic, because this is the next topic that I want to get into, because it could get real deep. I just want to clarify one thing with Sandra Bland. Okay. Do you believe her consequences, like her actions, created her consequences?
Yes. And I say that because if you look at the video, he was about to let her go. He was about to let her go. But she decided to overreact and be rude to him. What he did to her, physically, he had no right to. But I think at that point, which is not an excuse, I think at that point he was aggravated with her because he was really about to let her go. He pulled her over for a traffic signal. She didn't signal. It was something stupid anyway. But she decided to act out of character, act up. She already had an attitude, in which from her videos, that's just probably her personality. She already had an attitude, and she was saying ignorant things to him, and it kind of made him mad, even though both were wrong in the situation. But that doesn't make anything that he did was right, and she still didn't deserve to die because nobody does. But that also makes me believe that if you also watch her videos, she had a lot of issues that you can tell personally, and which I don't think nobody killed her. That's just me. That's, and people look at me crazy when I say that, but I really don't think that anyone killed Sandra Bland but Sandra Bland.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
I don't mean to offend you, but you just fell into the stereotype that we were just talking about blacks judging blacks. Even though she maybe feels some sort of way about gay people or what her feelings are, how can you possibly judge her instead just educate?
And to piggyback back on what he said, because a 5-minute segment of you can't judge your whole life on that 5 minutes.
Right.
That's true.
I do disagree with her statement she said in the video.
Right.
Like, you can't
That's true.
judge me on 5 minutes of this and judge that I would go do this or the way I dress, the way I wear.
That's true.
Normally I would say I disagree with what she said. She don't believe to die, but
I think he has his opinion, and
he has his opinion.
He analyzed the video his way, and that's how he feels about the video.
But we're not gonna call him a coon.
No, we're not.
We're not.
I just don't. It's not that like I said, nobody deserves to die over anything. It's stupid. Honestly, the whole situation was ignorant to begin with. It was stupid.
I honestly, and not to cut you off, I'm sorry, but I honestly want to say, to end this off, I think your actions create your consequences in more ways than one.
Sometimes.
In more ways than one. A lot of the time, there is a reason why we're seeing this person on the news, because they did something to create a catastrophe. A lot of the times. And then there are those instances where we're dealing with the Trayvons of the world, where nothing at all, was a reason for him to pass. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel that we just have to be smart. There was one video where a guy was in a wheelchair, and from a distance I could hear cops saying, whatever they're saying. But the guy goes to reach into his pants or his pocket. Why would you do that? If you have umpteen cops telling you don't make a move, don't do anything. When he goes to reach into whatever he was trying to reach for, mind you, he's in a wheelchair. Yes, he's black. The cops fired on him immediately. Did he have a gun? Fired on him. And it's like, okay, now we're gonna say this guy shouldn't have been, and it's because no. I mean, if you're gonna go like this, I don't know. I just think people
jump on the bandwagon too much without actually doing the research. And I hate that, people will say, "Oh, why don't you post this on?" I really don't know Facebook, as y'all know. But why you don't post this on your Instagram? I'm like, I don't really know. I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. And I haven't had enough time to research. I'm being honest. I haven't had enough time to research to actually form an opinion. And people get offended with that just because I'm black. I'm supposed to be on the bandwagon with everybody. No, I don't have an opinion because I don't have enough information to establish an opinion.
Indeed.
Just like the CNN, just like the Million Man March thing. One of my friends, he immediately texted me. He sent me a screenshot of something somebody said about not having the coverage because it's 1 million people out there. It's 1 million black people out there. There's more than black people out there, I'm assuming. Why we didn't have coverage. And the first thing I asked him was, okay, people are inciting this to be something more than it is, when a lot of people were in attendance at this thing. Now, the people that weren't there, tell me how many of them knew that this was going on before y'all started inciting this. Tell me how many of y'all.
I didn't.
Exactly.
I'll be honest.
Tell me how many of y'all knew this was going on before y'all started reposting that the Million Man March didn't have coverage because y'all think it didn't have coverage. And did you do research? Were you watching CNN?
No.
Were you watching CS? Were you watching the news? Period.
Here's what I say, because I kind of feel like that was directed to me. But here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say this. Number one, did I know that the Million Man March happened at that particular time, that particular day, that particular hour? Hell no, because I got my life, I do my thing. But every day when I wake up, the news automatically comes on. If you have Bright House, that's the first thing that comes on is the news. So every time I'll sit there, and it has gotten me interested. I like some crazy shit that happens in Florida. But when I watch the news, I realize, I'm like, I didn't see nothing about the deal. But I hear about the Republican debate. I hear about the Democratic debate coming on. It's coming on tonight. But I hear about everything else. But I did not hear about the Million Man March.
You need to turn to my station, because I work for a news station and we had it. So somebody
news station.
I work for NBC.
And you work in the
affiliate.
business of
So
news.
somebody, right? And I work in news, but I know that we had it. So that means we weren't there because we're in Florida. So we got the video from somebody that was there. CNN was there. They covered it.
I think that we beat ourselves up. It's us.
That's what it is.
Honestly, my feelings are, we do it to ourselves. Yes, they do it to us, but we stay in this slave mentality that we can't move past it. Let it go. Be who you are. Embrace who you are. Love who you are. God made you who you are. Yes, God made you who you are. I said God. But just embrace who you are. We stay so stuck in this thing. We think that they always want to just beat us down. I have been profiled, and I know what it feels like. Trey don't know what it feels like, but I know. And do I allow it to get me down and make me so angry and so upset?
No.
No, I don't. I keep pressing for it, because you know what? Just as Wes did, I know how to say yes sir, no sir, I'm sorry, I apologize for that, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I didn't realize that I couldn't turn on this at this light. I do that. Guess what? We're gonna move on. I got 5 tickets 4 window tickets and 1 seatbelt ticket. I was clearly wearing my seatbelt when the cop that was down the street saw me with the seatbelt on. He said I didn't have one, but I do drive a car that has rims on it. So I'm sure that and my windows were dark and they're tinted down. I'm thinking to myself, my windows are completely dark. You can't see anything in my car. So why are you pulling me over? They just pulled me right over, said that. But guess what? Because God was in the picture, when I went to go take my car down there to fight my tickets, the judge threw all of my tickets out, my windows and my seatbelt ticket. I was wearing my seatbelt, but it is what it is. So no, do I allow them to make me feel like, oh, I've been profiled and all white people hate me and cops are so nasty? No, they're not. There are some very nasty ones, but you know what? We got some of my own kind that are just as bad,
But you know
and they
what?
are worse. You understand? So no, I don't allow it to get me. Just everybody's different. Let's just move on from that because I can't take no more of it. Y'all may not say nothing bad.
Yeah. Well, I want to ask. Go ahead.
Go ahead and say what you're gonna say.
I want to ask Jeremy.
Go ahead.
Jeremy, can you pray or wash the gay away?
Can I pray this away?
Yes.
What I feel like as far as the gay, I'm gonna tell you what I feel like. In my mind, I feel like it's a spirit.
Women.
See, now you know what.
Go ahead.
You're like, oh,
But I do feel like God made me. He knows who I am, and when God has decided that He is ready for me to change, if it's my desire to change, then He'll do that for me. I do believe that. That's in my mind. In my heart, I believe that God will deliver me from that when it's that time, if that time comes. If I'm satisfied with who I am and I don't want to change, then that's fine. But I do believe that God has all power and He can do anything that I ask Him to do.
I have a question.
Wait, can I get clarification? So you're saying it can be you can't have it?
What that you
Pray it away and wash it away.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get clarification.
I think that it can happen if that's your desire for it to happen.
So I have a question for you.
That's very interesting.
Do you
Jeremy.
want? Do you want to be prayed the gay away from you?
I got some anointing oil in my bag.
I keep my own.
The only reason I asked,
No, you said what was your question?
I said, do you personally, Jeremy, would like for one day for the gay to be prayed away from you? That's what you're saying. Then I'm just want to make sure.
Do I want the gay to be prayed away?
Yeah.
From you personally.
I think that I would like to be. I have been talking about all my life for being gay, and it's hard. You have to build some strong skin, and like they said, and I should have had strong skin to accept these comments because when you're being talked about so much, all your life, you should have tough skin when you're a gay male. You know what I'm saying? It's like you built a different way. But do I desire to? Yes, I do desire to have children.
Before we started, just introducing extra things.
Okay. So this is completely like your site. Like it's
This
not
is
ran
not-
through a third party.
No,
This is your site launched by you.
It's launched by me, created by me.
And you have actual
Bright lights in the